Hi guys, welcome to Friendship Shaving. It's nice to be here this week. I'm going to be shaving with the Crown King Switchback 400 today, which comes with interchangeable heads, so I've got both heads here today. The first head is a plisson type head, very soft, splays very easily apparently. But I'm going to be using the knot that is called a Suave, and it is much more packed than the Duro, the other one, and I'll be using that today. Very, very soft indeed. Apparently it's made from teddy bear hair. So I'm also going to be using, get some water on my face, I'm going to be using my gem bullet tip, and I've already put in a gem persona PTFE single edged blade ready to go. And I'm going to be using the soap today is Albion by Phoenix and Beau, which has got a nice representation of match in red, white and blue on the top. Now I have the soap with a drop of water on it. I've already had a wash with some glycerine soap, so we'll just put some of this bloom water on face. We'll damp the brush and go straight to it. So while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you for all your comments this week. I've really enjoyed reading through them. Now, Armani Code seems to think that if I shave with a perma-sharp blade, that I will leave behind my favoured Voshkots. Now that's a bold claim, isn't it? That is a bold claim, but next week I will shave with a perma-sharp blade, so that'll be next week's video. The Friendship Shaving Facebook page has some extra content if you'd like to join us. A couple of the chaps are starting to put up their own shaving videos on the Friendship Shaving Facebook page. Lots of stuff on there. So I think actually that there will be plenty of soap in this brush. And we'll get going. Now this is a super brush. Although this is a 24mm knot, it's so packed and it splays very well. It supposedly is like a synthetic bore. Well, I'm not sure about that, but it is nevertheless a very soft and very nice brush. Excuse me, I'm just going to wipe my hands and wipe the handle. Got all the bloom water on my hands, just making everything a little bit slippy. Now if I just put my rubber set in view, you can see that there are obvious comparisons between the two, and the Switchback 400 is obviously a copy. There are differences between them, slight differences in the shape, but the biggest difference is that the rubber set is made from aluminium, and it's very light. It comes in, and again this is on my analog kitchen scales, so this might not be exact, but it comes in at about 60 grams, whereas the Switchback 400 is, I believe, made from a zinc alloy, and that comes in at 110 grams. So it is a much heftier brush. To be honest, the weight feels very nice. It's very nicely finished. I'll show you at the end when I rinse the brush off. I've just painted the corner of my glasses there. I was very pleased to get this. I know that the PAA website, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, don't sell this brush anymore, but I was very pleased to get mine on eBay. Hardly used, immaculate condition, and I got it for a very good price of £25. Now, I was super pleased with that price because, you know, originally it would have been $49 or thereabouts. But in the UK, obviously we have to pay shipping, and that's expensive, and then we have to pay customs charges. So the gentleman I bought it from had already done that, and I got it posted to my door for £25. So a terrific price for a brush that I've been wanting to try for a long time. So I would say just keep your eyes out for these things, because they do come up on the auction sites, sometimes for a very reasonable price. And you compare that to a rubber set that you know, cost you anything from £65 just for a handle upwards. So I feel like I've got a very good deal. Just to mention as well, Crown King, which is the entity of PAA that was set up originally to for their brushes. Sorry, they are no longer manufacturing this type of knot, or no longer producing brushes with this type of knot. So at the moment, they have a 45% sale on all of their brushes. So I'll put the link in below, but if you just go to their website, find their sale page, and everything's on there. And of course, if you're in the UK, that cuts a great deal out of the postage. I've ordered another one of each of these knots because they were £5 something. I mean, that's so cheap, and I've got a rubber set handle, so I'm going to put one of the knots into the rubber set and sell that rubber set on. You know, this is a terrific razor. I haven't shaved with my bullet tip for quite a while. It's very easy to get the angle right. you can hear some nice bit of feedback on this. I love the scent on this Albion as well, it's gorgeous. Do you know, I don't have as many soaps as some of you guys have, but I was looking at the Phoenix and Beau website, and it said depending on how heavily you load your brush, there are between 45 and 100 shaves in a pot of their soap. So, you know, if let's say 75 shaves per tub, well, I've got enough to last me for about 2 years. So some of you guys that have lots and lots and lots of soaps, you're just going to be shaving forever, man. It's a fantastic hobby, isn't it? This brush is wonderful, let me tell you, it's so soft. I don't know about being like a bull, I think this is more like a badger. It's very soft indeed, but it has got just a nice bit of backbone. It's just a very, very, very nice brush indeed. Look, it's massive. Look at that, it's massive. Well, that is a bit thin again, isn't it? It's not bad. I mean, again, I've got absolutely loads on the brush, but not quite so much on my face. I'm going to have to work out what I'm doing there. Now I'm having to wipe the handle again and my hands. This Phoenix and Beau soap is really quite slick and slippy on the razor. Now I'm getting such a close shave. It's going against the grain there, and I've got the head of the razor nearly flat on my skin there, you can see. A clever invention, the single edge razor, absolutely wonderful. next week, guys, as I'm doing the Crown King Switchback 400 this week, next week I'll shave and use the rubber set and tell you a little bit more about the rubber set and its history, but also I found a product that I believe might stop the need to constantly clean the rubber set so much because of the oxidisation that occurs on the aluminium. Of course, that is the great advantage of the Switchback 400, is that it's a chrome plated brush. And the surface of the brush will not tarnish, which, to be honest, is one of the things that slightly annoys me about the rubber set. I know there are a lot of rubber set copies these days. It is without question an absolutely iconic brush. Some of them have been anodised to stop that oxidation. But the originals, of course, never were, and so to get a brush like a Switchback 400 where I can just finish with it, put it on my shelf, you know, and not think about it, because you know, I'm kind of a bit lazy like that sometimes. I think is absolutely great. And I'm just going to run some water on the brush and clean it a little bit. I'll move the rubber set out of the way. There we are, you can see Crown King is stamped on the bottom. The slightly oval shapes have been just clipped at the bottom of the brush, and on a rubber set they are a full oval. Slightly thicker in the neck of the brush, just, you know, slightly, and slightly different shape here, but it just unscrews much the same as a rubber set. The finish is really quite good. There's some chrome on the inside. I don't know how far down that goes. One would assume that it goes all the way down because, and again it's an assumption, that the handle would have been dipped to in some sort of solution for the chrome to take place. It does recommend putting some mineral oil on the threads, and you know, that's no big deal, to be honest. There's the black sort of solution for the knot. It looks like a rubber solution, but very easy to switch that over, which I like. And if you didn't like these knots, you could put in one of your own. There we are. I think that is the Duro knot, the plisson type knot. So altogether I'm very, very pleased with this brush. Chuffed a bit, in fact. To be honest, it would be nice to see more reproduction brushes. I would love to restore brushes, but to get the brushes that I like sent over from the States, it just ends up being, you know, too expensive and you know, really not worth it. Now I have cut myself, I've got a little growth or dimple or something there, and usually I get away with it, but that gem blade has just taken that right off, so I'm just going to hold my Allen straight on there. Whoa, that's stingy. I do get a very close shave with those gem blades. They're comfortable. They're a really comfortable blade. But it is close, and especially on my neck. But I've got a terrific shave there. So thank goodness for Allen Block. Now this week I'm just going to use something that I haven't used for a little while. It's made by Nivea, and it is their two-phase aftershave, which I know is going to make my face sting a little bit more. Sometimes I think we like the sting. So I'm going to shake it up and get that on. And I'd just like to say, guys, thank you for watching my videos, and thank you very much. Well, I can see you again. For the positive comments, I really appreciate it. Welcome along to all the newcomers that have subscribed or watched my videos lately. Oh my goodness, that's good. And if you'd like something a little extra, please consider finding us on Facebook. Oh, wow, that's good. That's good. Have you tried this stuff? This is good stuff. Very nice. So that, gentlemen, is my shave for this week. As I say, next week we'll be using the Perma Sharp, and we'll see how I feel about that. And my beloved Bosch Gods, I have been slightly teased about my use of Bosch God blades. I do enjoy them. So the star of the show this week was the Switchback 400. I've enjoyed getting this, and I've enjoyed using it very much. I can't wait to try this knot, the Plisson type knot. But this one was certainly terrific as well. Made from teddy bear hair, it's a good thing. I hope you have a good week. I'll see you next time. You all take care of yourselves. Bye bye now.